and welcome to another episode of your best program ever, Virtuous Woman. As usual, it is always exciting to be here. I love this program. There's always something to learn. And today's episode is about a woman's guide into buying jeans. Yes, jeans. But believe me, you're going to learn something that you have never known before. And believe me, just stay tuned in. You won't regret it. See you shortly.
Coming up on Virtuous Woman.
And today's episode is about a woman's guide into buying jeans. Yes, jeans. But we've got the hourglass, the pear shape, the apple, and the boy shape, which basically women normally should be able to fall into one of these categories, isn't it, basically? Okay. Hello and welcome back. Yes, you are watching your best program ever, Virtuous Woman. And as usual, as I said earlier, I'm always excited being here. It's always a privilege and there's always something to learn. And that goes for you men as well. You know, today's episode is about a woman's guide to buying jeans. And yes, we have hosting this program with me today, Michelle.
Hi.
And believe me, Michelle has so much to offer. You know, you will not regret tuning in today. But as usual, you know, just understanding what this program is inspired by. It is inspired by Proverbs 31. And that is verse 17. And, you know, I've been really looking at this virtuous woman scripture, this Proverbs 31. And you know, when I look at verse 17, I mean, I've looked at it in the New Living Translation, in the New International Translation, the Common English Bible Translation. And, you know, something that just stands out all the time is the fact that this woman is just so energetic. She's so strong. It just talks about her being powerful. I just love being a woman. I mean, being a woman is, you know, embrace this thing, you know, because believe me, women, we have a lot to offer. But as I said, you know, I'm going to read from the Common English Bible version, and I haven't actually read this before. Okay. But it reads, nice and beautiful and sweet and straight to the point. She works energetically and her arms are powerful. Come on, Misha.
Of course.
Does this explain you and who you are?
Yes, that describes me to the T.
Well, there you go. And that's my point, women. Get out there. Be who God wants you to be. But the truth of the matter is, as I said, today's program is the guide to buying jeans. And I cannot express enough, you know, that how many times that I know that I go into shops even and try and find a pair of jeans and think I can't be asked because it's just too much of a task. But Michelle here today is truly an expert. You know, Michelle's been in retail for over 20 years. Believe it. Can you believe this? I mean, she has 4 children. There's still a lot to take in, really. But, you know, she looks amazing. As I said, you've been in retail for over 20 years, so you're truly qualified to talk about this. And the truth of the matter is, even our meeting, where I know that I've been shopping in a shop that you were managing at the time, and really, you know, I'm a hard customer to please, really. But I thank God for somebody like yourself, Misha, who took the time. Yeah, you took the time. Just to work with me, and it was becoming, and that's probably how we, you know, gained a relationship anyway over the years, which I'm very thankful for, because she used to help me get, and she's actually, you even got me dressed today and told me like, this is what you wear, that's what you wear. It's like, you know, tone it down, and you know, brilliant, love it, love it.
Thank you.
Anyway. So moving on, Michelle, you know, first of all, as I said, the program is about a woman's guide to jeans. I mean, first of all, how popular are jeans anyway? How popular are they?
Jeans are very popular because they're the most comfortable thing for you to wear, and they go with anything. So you don't have to, you could dress them up, you could dress them down.
Love it.
And they're comfortable.
Okay, and that's the truth, because I must admit I used to like jeans, but we won't go. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, truthfully, what's the average money that people will spend on a pair of jeans as a woman?
Yeah, I mean, you could spend anything from £8 and upwards.
Sure.
You know, you can get really expensive jeans, and you can get really, you know, whatever you can afford.
Okay. And would you say there's a genuine difference between a cheap jean and an expensive jeans, or?
I really wouldn't think that there's any much difference between a cheap jean and an expensive jean. It's all down to how you look after your jeans, and you really have to look after your jeans.
Okay, which I don't even know anything about looking after jeans.
I can tell you about that as well.
Okay, no problem. So the truth of the matter is there's not much difference between a cheaper jean and expensive jeans.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, but is it maybe about the jean material then? Would you say that that's something to
Again, denim is denim.
Right, okay.
And it's how you look after it.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Now, firstly, obviously women are tuned in right now. And I know that there's 4 main shapes to, how a woman looks. There's a kind of like 4 main shapes, if you like, that we normally can fall into one of those categories. Mm-hmm. And it's normally you've got the hourglass figure, and you've got the pear-shaped, and you've got the apple-shaped, and you've got what they call like the boy shape. Now, Misha, our great person, is going to explain all of this now.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us, what does an hourglass shape look like? What is a...
Okay, so the hourglass shape is probably one of the most popular shapes that women love to be.
Okay.
And you have the perfect shape of an hourglass.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, you can stand up and give us a nice example of the hourglass.
Do that a bit later, no problem. Okay.
And the hourglass, going back to the hourglass, so she's voluptuous. She has a nice chest.
Okay.
She's got a generous sized chest area, and she goes in at the waist, and then she comes out. She's got nice hips and nice toned buttocks.
Okay, so that is the hourglass. So basically, she's more full at the top, narrow in the waist.
Yeah.
She has hips.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, now we're going to move over to the pear-shaped. Okay. Now, tell us, what does a pear-shaped,
So the pear-shaped
what does that
is,
look like?
the lady is slightly smaller on the top area, and she's quite wider on the hip area and on the thighs.
Okay, so we're more talking about for the pear-shaped,
Yep.
well, a
so
bit like
you like
pear.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it basically goes out. So basically she's narrow on the top and more voluptuous on the hips.
Bottom,
Okay. Viewers, you must fall into one of these categories, I'm sure. Then we're going to move on to the apple-shaped.
So the apple-shaped lady is more rounded figure. So she's more from here, goes round, and that's the apple shape. So it's from top to the thigh area.
Right, okay. So are we talking about, would you say normally apple-shaped females are normally, do they have a little bit of weight, would you say, on them?
Yes, I would say, you will have a bit of weight on there.
Okay. So you're more just rounded, if you like.
Rounded, yes.
Between the hair and your
waistline
waistline
kind
of thing.
Still got chest and buttocks, but it's more rounded.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay. And then we come to the boy shaped, also known as slender and other names, toned, whatever. But, what about the boy shape? What does the boy shape look like?
Okay, so the boy shape is more toned, slender looking, and more straight. So you still have the chest and a little bit of bum, but when it comes down to the waist area, it's more straight.
Which makes sense. So basically what you're saying is that the boy shape, like boys don't have hips anyway. So I can understand a little bit why they call it the boy shape, because it's just more of a straight look.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I hope everyone's grasped that. So remember, you've got the hourglass, the pear shape, the apple, and the boy shape, which basically women normally should be able to fall into one of these categories, isn't it, basically? Okay. Now, the truth of it, there are different shapes, different jeans for different shapes. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people don't really recognise this. They think they could just go in a shop, put on a pair of jeans, and that will do. And I don't know about you, but I'm sure that you can relate to what I'm about to say, and even the general public out there. But sometimes you see people in jeans and they've kind of got, a bit of
the love handles.
Just kind of hanging over, or they're not quite right, or they've got the stomach hanging over, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the case that just find the jeans. I mean, even if you have got weight around the things, you know, Misha's going to explain later on in the program, you know, exactly how ways that you can, you know, get this right with and finding the perfect jean to actually fit you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yes, I'm looking forward to it because I'm learning some stuff myself. But at the same time, Mish, you've been working with the general public for over 20 years. I mean, what is that like? What is that like working with like?
I love it. I love it. That's my job. I like helping people find their needs.
Okay, but I know that some women can be a bit of a challenge, including myself.
Some women can be a bit of a challenge, yes.
Yeah.
I won't mention any names. But yes, some women can be a bit of a challenge. But I mean, that's what's rewarding for me.
Wow.
As helping someone to find something that they would have never even looked at, and you know, giving them that confidence. Yes, they look really great and they look good.
Sure.
And I did that, so that makes me feel good.
Wow. And that's big to me as well, because as I said, just our meeting, you took the time to let me feel like I was somebody quite special, letting me know that what might suit me, what might not. And I remember there's many a times you were like, no, that doesn't look right, or that looks okay, or it's okay, you know. And even put stuff aside for me, which I'm so thankful for. You know, Maxine, don't worry, I'll put it aside, you come and pick it up. Like, very, very thankful. Okay, and also as well, you know, tell us about the jeans world in the shops nowadays, because there's so many jeans. Can we explain how this all works in the actual retail industry now?
Okay, so with retailers, I mean, they're trying their best to cater for all the different women who have different shapes and sizes, heights. What most stores you'll find is when you want to go and buy your pair of jeans, that they're giving you a jean destination in the store. So to make a lot of things easier, they'll have a picture of the lady wearing the jeans, and you will just look at the shape that you are and go to the style jean that will most suit your style and figure.
Your shape and stuff,
to make a lot of things easier. It's very hard for you to just go to a denim section and go, oh my God, I don't know which one, but it's got it highlighted. It's got it highlighted to make it easier for you.
Wow. Sounds absolutely awesome. Well, you know what? We're going to take a break very shortly, but this is not the time for you to go away, because Virtuous Woman is going to educate you women about exactly how to find the perfect jean to suit your perfect shape. So we will match up the jeans that work with your shape. So do not go away, and we will see you very shortly.
Okay.
Coming up on Virtuous Woman,
we've got
the high-waisted jean, which is perfect for the hourglass figure, because it gives you that nice shape.
Is that this actually helps flatten your stomach as well, and it will give you a more narrower waist in order to emphasise.
Yes, what you already have. What you'll find with the hourglass figure, that sometimes the jean is very gappy at the back.
join Maxine on Virtuous Woman every Monday at 12:30 p.m, Tuesday 7:30 p.m, and Saturday 8:30 p.m. here on Love World TV.
Welcome back. You are watching Virtuous Woman, and as I said, today's program is truly going to give you some information that you may know or you may not know, but you are going to have a different perspective of buying jeans. You know, today's program is about a women's guide to buying jeans. We have Misha with us today, who's been absolutely awesome, just giving us a breakdown of the different shapes, the hourglass, the pear shape, the boy shape, the apple shape. Yep, I've got them all. And basically, you know, she's going to help us understand the best jean that's going to suit our figures.
Yes.
You've been brilliant, Mish. Okay.
Thank you.
So, you know, as I said, we've just recapped on the different shapes. And now we're actually going to go to the fact of, we're going to start with you know, which jean suits like the hourglass figure.
Yes.
So which jean would you say that works with the hourglass figure? Because there's so many, I mean, first of all, let's just list a few different types of jeans,
Okay.
which will probably come up on the screen now. So we've got...
We've got the high-waisted jean, which is perfect for the hourglass figure because it gives you that nice shape. What you'll find with the hourglass figure that sometimes the jean is very gappy at the back, but with the high-waisted you won't have that because the jean will come up to here.
Okay, so that's going to give you quite a
and
flat
it'll give you
stomach look,
it'll give you a flat stomach and a really nice shape.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those that have this high-waisted thing, and just to get you in the picture, as you'll be able to see, is that this actually helps flatten your stomach as well, and it will give you a more narrower waist in order to emphasise.
Yes, what you already have.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. And they could also, the hourglass figure, you could always go for the hipster jean, or you...
Okay, and just to understand the hipster jean, we need to take it through a little bit.
Yeah.
Hipster jean basically sits on the hips, isn't it?
Sits directly, yes, and it's quite low. So, I mean, you've got low-rise jeans as well, which are very low.
Okay.
And which also sit on your hips.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like to wear those, but one thing I would say with wearing those is that you normally should wear a body underneath, isn't it? So it doesn't really show too. Do you know what I mean? That looks quite.
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends on age
The
appropriate.
individual,
Yeah, it depends on the individual.
But I like to wear something because they sometimes can come quite low, can't they?
Yeah.
So, you know, and also what other jeans? Because we've talked about the low waisted. We've talked about the high waisted.
The high waisted.
Yeah. Which other ones?
You are.
And the hipsters we've done.
The hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the hourglass, the world's your oyster. You could practically wear any jean that's out there.
Okay, so then we've got the boyfriend jean as well.
You got the boyfriend jean.
Yeah, which once again that sits kind of on the hips a bit
That
as well.
sits, yeah, that sits. They're quite baggy on the waist. They don't. They're more looser. They don't sit anywhere. They just hang.
Sure.
And they're really baggy, and they're just really comfortable.
Sure. And the other thing, and obviously you've got the skinny jeans as well.
Got the skinny jean, which did you want me to?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, we're talking about
Right, so the skinny jean are for more like the slender look.
I mean, we'll talk about each one. We'll just stay on the hourglass.
Okay, right. So they're more tight fitting, the skinny jean, and what other jean was
Basically,
there?
they just more go to the shape, don't they? They're just more.
They fit like a legging.
Right.
But they're jeans. So then you've got the jegging. That's when the jegging comes in.
Okay, I'm wearing jeggings today, by the way.
And that's got more stretch to it. So with the skinny jean, we'll have no stretch at all. We'll have a little bit. But with the jegging, it's got a lot more elastic in the jean itself.
Yeah, and I just find them much more comfortable.
Yeah.
and the fact that they hold you in.
Yeah, they're really good.
Okay. Okay, so basically you're saying with the hourglass figure that she can basically pretty much wear any kind of jean. It's going to kind of work with her shape. Yeah. So once again, just to recap on that hourglass figure, she can wear, we got the boot cut, also known as bell bottoms. Am I correct, Michelle?
The boot cut, yes, also known as boot cut.
Okay. Then we've got the jeggings. Then we've got the high-waisted. We've got the hipsters.
Skinny.
Yeah, and we've got the skinny. And with the hipsters, we would recommend also that you kind of have a flat stomach with the hipsters. Am I correct?
We do recommend that. I mean, you could still wear a hipster, but then wear a longer top over it. So, you know, if it is comfortable for you, as long as there's no...
excess kind of hanging over. It doesn't look very
we don't
flattering.
want to see any love handles flying out. Just a nice, you know, flowy top.
Sure. And once again, viewers, we are just talking from a professional as well as personal point of view. So it's just, you know, it's nothing that you must do this, but it's a case of it's just awareness. And it's just a personal thing. All right, just to reinforce that. So once again as well. So if we move on to the pear shape, what would you recommend the type for the pear shaped?
So with the pear shape, I recommend you could go for the bootleg jean.
Okay, yeah.
And you could probably go for the high-waisted as well, because that would give you a really nice shape. And if you do have problems on the tummy area, you know, the high-waisted is going to
really pulls you in.
And it's going to do that for you. So it will give you a really nice shape.
Okay, and what about the straight jeans for the pear shapes as well?
Yeah, you could go for a straight leg as well. Those will look really great. Again, just beware of the type of shoes that you wear with the straight leg, but no, straight leg should be fine.
Okay, so we're kind of talking about 3 main jeans for the pear shaped, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just to recap, and once again, we're talking about with the pear shape, we're talking about the boot cuts.
Yeah.
Which once again, just a bit of recommendation. We were talking about this the other day actually. We were saying that the boot cuts look nice with wedges. Remember?
Yes, they look nice with wedges. And we said another shoe, didn't we?
Oh, I can't remember now.
Oh,
but definitely nice with wedges, and making sure that the actual
and
boot
boots.
cut, that's it, and boots, and making sure that it comes over the shoe a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than seeing
ankle swinging
boot cut. But anyway, once again, it's just a personal opinion.
Just going back, I mean, jeggings again are a great, you know, shape for any shape.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
It's got that elastic in there. You don't have to worry about it hurting your tummy or anything. So.
Yeah, and as I said, the one thing I love about them, they just kind of suck you in a bit.
They're very snug.
Yeah.
Very snug.
Okay, and obviously, as we said, the straight leg, which, as I said, they're just straight legged, basically pretty much the same width, pretty much all the way down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a nice look once again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've done the hourglass and we've done the pear shaped. Okay, moving on. And then we have the apple shape. Okay, so, and this is the apple shape, just to recap, where you're kind of rounded between.
Yeah, you're rounded. Yeah. So I would say for the apple shape, it would be a denim jegging, because again, you've got that stretch. You don't have to worry about, you know, with the buttons digging in, and, you know, and fitting you around the waist, not fitting you around the waist properly.
Sure.
Because what you'll find with an apple shape is that it probably fit everywhere else here, but then the waist doesn't
But you
fit.
can wear it under your waist then as well, wouldn't you be able to?
Although that might be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, sure.
No, that'd be really uncomfortable.
Okay.
So
I'm just talking about even from a pregnancy point of view.
You've got to think that's from pregnancy. When you have the pregnancy gene,
they
it's elastic and it comes over.
Right. Okay.
So if you could find those, you know, they're great, and no one will ever know.
Sure. So we're basically saying that with the apple shape, you're better off having something that actually
That's
goes
elastic.
over the stomach and over the stomach.
Yeah.
So not sitting under the stomach, because that's going to be uncomfortable.
That's going to be uncomfortable.
Right.
We're not going to want to eat anything. We want to eat, don't we?
Okay. So once again for the apple shape, so we're talking about the jeggings and
I would probably.
And what about the straight jean?
I would probably go for a bootleg with the apple, because again, it's gonna, even though
take you away from this area, isn't it?
And then it's gonna take you out at your leg area. So, you know, it's gonna give you that shape that you need on your legs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because normally with the apple shape, the legs are normally quite slender sometimes, aren't they?
I wouldn't go for a straight leg with an apple, because you're just going to look, and that's not really like that would look really
lovely. Good. Okay, so once again, apple-shaped individuals. We're talking about a jeggings, and we are talking about a bootleg.
Yeah.
Okay, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
You can even, there is the flare jean too. There's so many.
Okay, so with the bootleg...
But it is similar to the bootleg.
I was just about to ask, what's the difference between
bell-bottoms,
bootlegged, and what was the other one?
Flared.
What's the difference between the three of them?
The flared, the flared, it might just come down here and slightly kick out, but it might, with the boot, it's more squared at the bottom.
Right.
It comes out like that, but it's more...
Okay, bell-bottoms.
But you have to try them on to see which one works better for you.
Okay, and bell-bottoms?
Again, it's more wider at the bottom.
Okay.
But as I said, you have to try them on to see which one works better for you.
Okay.
And again, it depends on what shoe you're going to wear. with
Sure,
it.
sure.
As
And I
well.
suppose as well, it depends on the actual make of the jeans, because I'm sure each
Yeah,
make do
they
their thing a little
vary.
bit
Yeah, they
different, really,
vary.
isn't it? A bit of
Yeah.
a tweak. Okay, cool. Okay. And moving on to the last shape, which we would call the boy shape kind of thing. Once again, just to emphasize that we're talking about a more straighter figure,
Yes.
not necessarily with weight or without weight. It's just more of a straighter figure, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what would you say more so recommend for that shape?
Okay, so with that shape, I'll go for again, jegging is very versatile. Anyone can wear the jegging.
I love them.
The skinny works really, really well because you have the slender legs that goes with
Lovely.
it.
And normally not, sometimes with the...
Yeah, because if you don't have any love handles, then
Yeah.
that's fine. You can go for that skinny jean.
The boyfriend?
The boyfriend jean, definitely.
Yeah, I would have thought,
Yeah, definitely. Again, with that shape, you could probably, I wouldn't necessarily go for the hipster because, there is no, there's no shape there on the hips. So, you probably could do, but then again, it depends what top you're going to wear with it.
Sure. Okay, and obviously the skinny.
And the skinny, yeah. I thought I
Yeah.
said the skinny, but
Oh, yeah, maybe you did. Maybe I didn't catch that.
That's
So we're
okay.
talking about we're talking about the boyfriend jean.
yeah,
We're talking about the skinny.
yeah.
We're talking about the
Jeggings as
yeah,
well. That's the number one hip.
and the straight leg.
The straight leg, yeah.
Yeah?
Straight leg, yeah, works really well.
And as we always say, the jeggings.
Yeah, and they could probably, I don't know, you could probably go for the high-waisted
Yeah,
as well. You
yeah.
could go for the high-waisted. Because again, it's going to give you that shape that that you're going to want, which is that hourglass shape.
Okay, because absolutely, once again, as you probably hit on the head, it's going to still narrow that waist again, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's still going to give you that shape because the top of the jean acts like a corset. So,
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Misha, I must admit, I didn't really take much notice of going in and buying a pair of jeans. And I must admit, from having my last child, jeans are just probably one of the last things I think about, apart from my jeggings, because I find that they hold me.
Yeah.
So I might try a high-waisted and see how I get on with them for the
Wow,
future.
I recommend it.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm just very, very thankful that you've come on the programme.
Oh, thank you.
I'm at the same time, praying that people are blessed and able to, just have a look at their shape and recognise their shape and maybe be able to, next time when they're going to buy a pair of jeans, that they will go in a shop and think, okay, I have this kind of shape and I'm going to look for one of these jeans that should be able to suit my shape. Because I do find that many people are maybe not even aware of it. You know what I mean?
No, but please don't be afraid to ask a member of staff to help you because it's very important.
Okay.
If you want to get the denim look right.
Absolutely. And is there also any maybe recommended places that you might want to try and find out a good jean that might suit you? Once again, please use the details on the screen because we're quite happy to pass your details over to Misha, who will be able to help you get styled up when it comes to jeans if you need that help. But once again, remember, you are watching Virtuous Woman, and this program is always going to bring you something different. So we look forward to seeing you again. But until next time, you remember that if you are a woman and you are watching this program, what are you but a virtuous woman? That's what you are. See you again. God bless.